Hi, this is Kimberly. Well, God bless America. Lord have mercy. I've been embracing the guidelines as per the White House Coronavirus Task Force, and I would love to share with you a few of the things I've learned. Please note this is in no way complete or professional. I'm just a commoner. I did find out that there's 2 PDFs, one in English and one in Spanish, which I will share in the description of this video, so you too can put into practice the coronavirus guidelines for America. You can do your part to slow the spread of the coronavirus. One of the things that they keep pressing mostly is keep your ass at home. Work from home whenever possible. There's benefits. You'll get along with everyone in the office. You can show up in your pajamas. You can start drinking alcohol earlier, and you are always Employee of the Month. If you are an older person, you should stay home and stay away from other people. So off I went to the Google Gods to find out if I am an older person. Turns out I'm not, according to the World Health Organization. They have a proposed working definition of an older person. They say, at the moment, there is no United Nations standard numerical criterion, but the UN agreed the cutoff is 60 plus years to refer to the older population. So I have 4 more years, actually 3.5, sneaking up on me. If someone in your household has tested positive for the coronavirus, keep the entire household at home, locked up, doors closed, windows shut. Pass that shit around to everybody in the household. Do not go to school, do not go to work, do not pass go. If you order food to be delivered, have them leave it on the front porch, and after they've scurried away, open the door very quickly, grab your food, decontaminate everything before eating said food. Also, you can collect your $1,200 coronavirus stimulus check or direct deposit, but this still must be passed by the House, so it's still pending. For most Americans, the money is likely to arrive in April via direct deposit, just after your home has been foreclosed upon, or the landlord has set your shit out in the street. Avoid eating or drinking at bars, restaurants, and food courts, on the off chance you find one open, that is. But use the drive-thru at McDonald's or such, or pick-up or delivery options. If you work in the fast food industry, there seemed to be a little bit of confusion at first if you should arrange for the grill and the drive-thru to be set up at your home, but no, it turns out you are an essential employee and cannot work from home. Being in the food industry makes you an essential worker. For those of you that are home and do not have to work from home, are you finally going to do all those things around the house that you said you would do? If only you did not have to go to work every day. Nah, me either. Everyone is grounded. That is, unless you are considered an essential worker, which is damn near everybody. But other than that, everyone is grounded. Do not travel any damn where or visit any damn body. That way you don't have to bitch about nowhere being open because no one is at work just like you. Who is considered an essential worker during the coronavirus? Basically everyone. You will find plenty of articles on this on the interwebs. Just type in essential worker. But by the time you type in ESS, it comes up. There's about 101 articles to read. Make it 1,001. They want you to work, but they want you to stay home too. And you know how you used to use a cough to cover a fart, like when you were at work? Well, now, do that thing you did as a kid. Remember playing Opposite Day? Now, one should fart to cover a cough, because everybody goes into a wild panic. And land sakes alive, I've not seen so many kids playing outside since the 1970s. Their parents are out there with them too. I think they're realizing just how grossly underpaid teachers actually are. You know, teachers shouldn't have to pay for their own school supplies or wine. I mean, we just came off the Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, winter break, spring break, and now they keep extending the back to school date here. it was April 1st, and then today they said, nah, make that April 27th. I heard an ugly rumor on the news that it's very reasonable to believe that it will be September before school is back in session. If you aren't sick enough for the hospital, lock yourself in your house with plenty of shit to treat your symptoms. Remember, if they didn't want you to abuse cough syrup, it wouldn't come with its own little shot glass, now would it? So, stay healthy from this nasty virus by washing your hands vigorously and so often that there's barely any skin left on your knuckles. And remember, it is okay to wash your hands and shit even when there's not a global pandemic virus panic going on. I mean, not to brag, but I was using hand soap before it was even trending. That's all I got to say about that. Please enjoy part 5 of My Daddy is a Big Fat Ugly Stupid Ass Zero Mashup Bitch Fest thing. Hope you're staying healthy and well. Much love and peace. Some of this I'm talking about today, I may get out of order. No, let me change that to will be out of order. One of my full-blown panic attacks, such as I've had 2 or 3 of. I do that shit sometimes, and then when I'm shenanigans her low-life husband, and once I got all befuddled and shit, I needed to take a break. Quite a long break, and then my computer crashed, and I just don't even want to talk about that shit royally. No, let's make it imperially pissed off. His dumbass boarded the flight, and he sent a text to Shanann saying, "On the plane, love you, boo." She texted back to tell him he is a dumb shit. You're dumbass. I mean, it's occurred to me that the reason he did not follow her directions, and Nikki would have been like, "What the fuck, dude?" and fallen flat on his ugly, menacing face, them that he is dangerous as shit. But why the hell do these people text when they're just one room away from each other? Fucktard couldn't give 2 shits about us without a care in the world. He didn't have a chivalrous bone in his stumpy little body. He was just cold, barren and unfeeling inside. Indecent, racy, pornographic, dumbass shit for brains. Frankie was like, what the fuck? He used to be such a pansy, he gave 0 fuck. Frankie's mind was blown. This shit just didn't make sense. Lily-livered wimp. I mean person. Nimrod was very mechanically inclined. What the hell happened to his brother-in-law? He used to be nurturing, and I was almost like, dude, you're a little much. Well, ever since the whole plagiarism thing with copycat 𝓿𝓲𝓷𝓭𝓵 I'd christen shit's arrival. But honestly, I would be quite nauseous too at the sight of him, if I believe any of this shit now. He's a goddamn fibbing liar pants. Asshat was nuts. There was no room in that little peanut head for any other thoughts. What the fuck should have happened is, pronto. Shanann was fighting for her marriage. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? And I don't know. I'm still on the fence about this. Fucktard was distracted with Nikki sending him nude selfies of Pissface and Nikki. The whole damn Nutgate debacle that caused the sudden and disastrous collapse of warm and fuzzy bonding North Carolina trip. Nikki spent 2 hours looking at wedding dresses. Are you serious? Did Pisshead know about this? Nikki was planning her dark wedding. Shanann composed a long-ass text to Nimrod. If you listen closely, to Lunkhead was double pissed, being pissed again when one was already pissed. I should get a gold fucking medal for handling it. Fuckface knew he had better say something, but he's a waste of space, an empty chair, a worthless person, blatantly unhelpful, worthless, useless, completely without value, incompetent, a colossal squandering of a human being. So she could have grabbed his phone out of his little hands to bounce it off of his head. And then she might have seen the naughty pictures of his naughty secret girlfriend. She would have had one more thing to be cheesed off about. I'm pretty sure this one would have escalated straight to the top. CW's sorry ass, feeble attempt at an adult texting conversation. Always will. Yes, my mom totally screwed up in a huge way. More than a huge way. I don't know what I would have done if something had happened to Cece. Sorry for the way I've been acting. I've been in my head and I haven't been right at all. Correct, CW, you jackass. One would not be right at all in your head. What an oxygen thief he is. Several psychopathic traits highlighted in this text. He is clearly lying about everything. But let's read this shit again. It sent chills through me. Can you imagine sleeping next to someone that is capable of this for years? So was it the anything goes sex with Nikki that woke that sleeping beast within? He was doing such a head fuck on Shanann. Such a coward baby killer. Speaking of the naughty, nasty girls, my mind was flipping out when I watched it. She stalked both Dunderhead and Shanann. Chris had sent her pictures of his penis and workout photos. Ew. That's nasty. I just can't. It's kind of like binge watching a show on Netflix. It takes a while to get to know the storyline and the characters. I apologize, but you know, I had one of my meltdown panic attack things and with my computer crashing, and do you want me to get this video out or not? Because if we're gonna wait for me to get it all making sense, that's just not gonna happen, and y'all are over expecting from me. For over 2 hours, Ksengr searched Google for wedding dresses. What an idiot. Both of them. These next couple of texts between Pissface and Shanann, that for over 2 hours Ksengr searched Google for wedding dresses. What a trollop. I protected our daughter from their stupidity. Fartface said, "Yes, you protected our daughter, and I thank you 1,000,000 times 1,000,000. Before it got to this point where it got in my head. Why does he always talk about his stupid little peanut head?" Fuckface responded in his typical conflict-averse fashion, his default way of operating. That's from Miss Lena. Only she didn't call him Fuckface. She called him Chris. That was me. But I'm tired of it. You're making me feel like complete shit, and I'm not okay with it. I always defended you. Always. Meanwhile, back in Colorado, Nikki was searching Facebook for Chris and Shanann's. Nice. I thought she wasn't on social media. I thought she didn't know any damn thing. So yeah, if she knew Shanann was pregnant, I knew she knew all along anyway. Fuck her. Ksengr searched on topics related to marrying your mistress. This to those that said, well, Shanann didn't need to flip out about the whole Nutgate calamity. She should have approached Cindy calmly, where she ended up in the emergency room with an anaphylaxis reaction. You don't know what to expect. And Shanann had already gone over protocol with Cindy, which I'm sure that pissed Cindy off because Cindy wants to be the woman in charge, the alpha female, you know, and she didn't like Shanann, quote unquote, telling her what to do, but allergy to tree nuts, that you don't fuck around with that. My thought is she was probably mentally doing an inventory of where she left her bag that had the EpiPen in it. She was panicked. That's all I can say. She flipped. I would have too. And since Shanann is way too classy and kind, she's polite. She has good manners and she's a very pleasant person. So I'll say this for her. Her husband was a piss-faced, booger-eating, yellow-bellied, get the fuck out, useless, take a hike, bloody idiot, go to fucking hell, golly gee, damn you to hell, you crazy bastard, asinine stupid dick, oh snap, preposterous, fucking idiot, degenerate dickhead, burn in hell, fuck out of my face, half-assed jackwagon, imbecile, stupid fuck, total dick, slow-witted, fucking idiot, stupid asshole creep, douche-lord scoundrel, lunatic, son of a monkey, silly goose, stupid son of a bitch, damn fool, dag-nabbit, dumb shit dummy, fucking prick, giant douche, bitch ass, dumbbell, egghead, butthead, for Pete's sake, fuckhead, go lick a duck, go to hell, jump in a lake, bite a snake, come out with a bellyache, you asshole. CW, aka stupid wicked son of a bitch, jerk off asshole. So keep that in mind for future when I say CW. I'm not kidding, Christopher. I'm having a bad experience these last few days. And she meant business because she called him Christopher. So he probably knew that. In text to her dumbass husband, desperately trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with him. She wanted the old Chris back. The quiet, docile, obedient, passive, accommodating pushover husband that she knew and loved so well. Yeah, he slept like a damn big baby so he could continue the mindfuck on Shanann. She was disturbed, exhausted, and unable to sleep, and he was well rested. Asshat was in his usual state of blissful ignorance and unawareness. Let's not forget, he is empty-headed, unintelligent, and foolish. He has a very small, pea-sized brain, looking up the distance to the moon. I'd love to do a Ralph Cramden on him. To the moon, Alice. But Miss Lena says that Mr. Talk was good at mimicking phrases and words. You mean like? So I get it. He's like a parrot now. He's in a cage, his jail cell, and he mimics. And he's cuckoo, too. He's so empty, like his head. Just empty, hollow, shallow, nothingness. Confused lust with love when it came to Nikki. You think? What does that last part mean? She's thinking on Cricky's level now, and it hurts my head. I want her to stop. I don't want to go there. I find it frightening and scary, not to mention obnoxious. I don't believe that. That doesn't make sense. I'm so confused. Now I have more questions than answers. Is she saying that Chris and shit thinks love is measured in miles? I doubt it. At least I hope she's not saying that. Maybe he does. Who the hell knows? He's different one, that's for damn sure. You used me just to have a boy. I can't handle this. I'm not sure what's in my head. Here we go with his head again. It's empty. Just accept it. I didn't use you. That's what you said last night. That's a stab in the heart. The whole time Shanann was texting her robot husband, trying to get answers as for raunchy, wayward pictures of his mistress into his secret calculus. He's sending bad girl pics to him to keep him lusting after her. Confused stupid head by sending the nude and semi-nude selfies every single night. Why would that be left out of the book? That was huge. It said fix things with your wife and then sends nude pictures every few minutes. Damn, that had to hurt. I know it did. Shanann flipped her lid, saying they were leaving the next day and that she needed help. But even when he got to where Shanann was, they continued to text. I don't understand this. I was trying to get you to fucking hug me. No, I don't need words, damn it. I'm scared, okay? Chris retorted. I don't know where my head is at. I will fix it, though, Chris repeated. Again with him talking about his head and not knowing where it's at. It's attached to your fucking shoulders, you idiot. I think it just needs to be taken off because clearly he cannot handle having a head. And they could see that Shitweasel wasn't being his usual congenial and agreeable self. And they didn't want to come to Celeste's party because they were scared of me. That's bullshit. I don't know where my head is at. Again, off with his head. He's adjusting to the idea of the baby. He's scared. What is he, a puppy? How can Miss Lena say that Shanann didn't realize was that Chris truly never loved her to begin with and he was incapable of real love? She's just gonna drop that in there in 2 sentences and not explain. Shanann said she tried to initiate sex the night before and was turned down. Girl, just thank your lucky stars you didn't want to catch any of those cootie things that NK had, believe me. She had been crying a lot and said she felt sick to her stomach. Personally, I think it was the thought of CW accepting her proposal of having sex that made her sick to her stomach. I know it makes me sick to my stomach. I kicked his sorry ass out of bed. He can't tell me the damn truth on what the hell is wrong that she kicked his sorry ass out of bed after she cried for an hour on the couch. Wait, didn't he tell his lady love that he had been sleeping in the basement? Tell me the damn truth on what the hell is wrong. Cassie's husband Josh checked in with Chris to ask him about the baby's ultrasound. Does that sound like a guy thing? Nikki Kessinger was searching topics about marrying your mistress. These gender reveal celebrations baffle me. Some people do not want to hear about my life, which surprises me because I'm a fascinating character and I'm all engaging and shit. It's much more to come even though he's offed himself. Why can't people just behave? It is so much easier than trying to keep your lives straight and facing the potential of getting caught. Sitting in jail trying to memorize the Bible. It will never help or change that shit you did or your destiny. But I might as well read a large part of this chapter, as Miss Lena's copied the text from Discovery. I'm not being all judgy and rude. Believe me, there is no mistake when I say something in a disapproving way. I'm not one who is mean to others for no freaking reason, or says shit that's offensive without a good cause. Shanann, why didn't you just run for the damn hills when he said that shit? That was me, not Addie. I have no idea what happened. Make sure there isn't some other bitch I have to kill. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is not only a red flag, it is blowing the fuck up and sending up shooting red flames. Run. Run like your damn pants are on fire. Dealing with a manipulative at the very least, and or possibly a psychotic or sociopathic individual. Stop doubting what you know in your heart to be true. Talking about asshat, warning for the formation of a tornado. You don't know which way that path is gonna take, but you get scared and your ass runs for cover, right? Chris Asshat Watts was a goddamn funnel cloud, but that fucktard came to get her and brought her and the kids home. And remember, CW couldn't make it to the first ultrasound because he was running from tornadoes. Here's your sign. I just think it was another sign from the universe. He said he's not sitting on no damn couch saying what he just said to me to a stranger. For God's sake, who told him to say that? His mother? Nikki? I'm sure he's not that stupid, end quote. Yes, he is, Shanann. You always gave him too much credit. I mean, I know it's embarrassing to admit this to your friend, but couldn't you see that he was simple, witless, mindless, soft-headed, oafish, unsmart, obtuse, slow, thick, and a dum-dum? There's a lot more adjectives. Feel free to add your own. Well, he was learning how to perfect being a sneaky piece of shit from his sexy empanada. Too bad he didn't get a bad case of E. coli from chowing down on it. Ew, I just got a nasty visual. God, my eyes, make it stop, please. But you know, the symptoms of E. coli are similar to that of an oxy overdose. Please let some tainted empanadas work their way into the prison system. She was desperate as one can be. She was willing to cozy up to monster-in-law again. Land sakes alive. She needed to take shelter with her parents. I was gonna say and have Frankie Jr. go beat CW's ass, but dumbass was in monster mode at this point. That wouldn't have been a good idea. When one is desperate, this means you are in a situation that is extremely bad. It can become dangerous. You're riddled with anxiety, and you can make ill-informed decisions. Again, take heed of your emotions. Exactly, Addie. No need to suck up to the in-laws just yet. This is also described as blowing someone off, being a dick, not responding to someone when they desire to talk or connect with you. Nice work, assholes. It's taken everything I have to not flip on him and them, like every ounce of my body. I hear you, Shanann. Shanann asked Pissface if he wanted to find out the gender of the baby, if that is even true. I don't know what to believe between 𝓿𝓲 and the conundrum and the clusterfuck and continuation, asshat and the letters and all that bullshit. And the nerve of him doing that shit. That part about the oxy was my own little ditty, not Miss Lena's. I've heard a rumor, I don't know where it came from because of my CRS, which as we all know is can't remember shit, that fuckface to his sexy empanada. Excuse me, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Fuckface spent the summer making completely self-absorbed bad decisions, spiraling situation that was his home and family life, besides making everyone else's life a living hell. Lovely photos of Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and Dieter, and having fun cropping fuckface out of them. I hate him to the point that he makes me so angry just looking at his face that I just want to angrily yell, fuck! That's why I call him fuckface so often. His stupid face should not be allowed to exist on this planet. I don't know what to think about this, followed by hysterical laughter emojis. This is Papa Ronnie's take on it. I would have been doing the ugly crying face and hyperventilating, slapping my son, and shocker, cussing like a drunken sailor. They would have had to call the paramedics for me, to put me in a straitjacket and then arrest me. And he's just like, so what'd you do, haul the bodies off or something? Who the hell says something like that? Fuck out of here, man. I do, but I'm done for now, whilst I regain my composure and shit. What, did he think he was in trouble over the doll thing? Dumbass. Do y'all remember when Ronnie was mad scrolling through his phone looking for the post, and I guess he had forgotten that he blocked Shanann as he couldn't recall? Bullshit. My God. Then Miss Lena, bless her heart, goes on to quote from 𝓿𝓲𝓷𝓭𝓵. In her defense, no one knew yet at this point that she was a lying, cheating plagiarist. So take that shit with a grain of salt, y'all. Be all skeptical and shit. And don't interpret that clusterfuck literally. Asshat loves to lie anyway, and he found an author, make that a so-called author, to lie for him, a scribe. And back in the beginning of time, when 𝓿𝓲 was first around, she was one of the original scribes who copied documents before printing machines were invented. I hope he knows about the shit show that went on with that damn piece of shit that violates acceptable standards of behavior and publishing practices. Please note, piece of shit applies to both the book and the useless person spewing crap and bullshit, double-dealing trickster fraud that piece that shit together. There's an empty notebook that someone is selling on Amazon with the same cover. That is a better value for your money. Yes, count your blessings. I can't bother to see if it's for sale anywhere else. Sorry, I veered off again. Back to the chapter. So Dunder had deleted his Facebook. He said later it was because he's a chicken shit, and that it was because sexy salmonella-ridden empanada told some of her friends about him, and he freaked out. He panicked that they would find out he's a lying, cheating piece of shit, and that Shanann was pregnant. How are you gonna hide the baby when it got here? And like, sexy empanada would be all like, whose fucking baby are you like holding? Like, why are there like so many car seats like in the back of like the car? And is this like a bottle warmer? You know, when she went to go like plug in her cell phone? Like shit like that when y'all would sneak off together. When Papa Ronnie asked Asshat if he squashed his Facebook, he said, "Yes, sir, finally liberated myself." You should have liberated your pregnant wife and children, gone to the store and never came back. Asshat threw Shanann a bone by giving her a total mind fuck. The fuckface agreed. Shanann ordered the book Hold Me Tight for Doofus to read. However, he promptly threw it in the trash. Take Bella to kindergarten on Monday, and we know that shit never happened. I was hoping they would have an extra seat for Chris and shit. He needed a redo. He needed to go back to where you learn by playing, how to be nice, not to cheat, and respect adults. And it seems he needed some more social interaction with children that were on his intellectual level. I'm sorry, that was insulting to children. I take it back. Shanann thought Dunderhead was finally coming around because he knew he wouldn't have to do it much longer. He was just full of empty promises for his wife, even more so than usual. He was D-U-N done with her, but not done fucking with her. He just did not give a shit any longer. He gave zero fucks about any future events or consequences. Well, we now know that's how one's dumbass winds up in prison for the rest of their useless and destroyed beyond repair, pathetic and meaningless life. Chris and shit asked her to hold off on blasting it all over Facebook. Stupid asshole. He was on a roll. He said yes to counseling and that he would read the book. Hell, why didn't he suggest remodeling the house and a trip to Paris while he was at it? Fucktard. He was just playing his role, having fun with it, assuming his fucked up plan was gonna work. Shanann told him she loved his stupid ass, and he mimicked it back to her. He gave her a little kiss and then went to sleep in the basement, no doubt desexed with his sexy empanada. He also transferred more semi-nude selfies into his stupid calculator app. What a dumb asshole. Which, as one would expect, means that not only is he stupid, but also rude, offensively impolite, and ill-mannered, and so on and so forth, and what have you. He ignored the hell out of her. He did not respond. Why didn't he just spit out some more lies and tell her what she wanted to hear? Some dumb shit like, oh, maybe so I could focus on our marriage. She told Dunderhead, good morning, honey. Meanwhile, Chris and shit transferred more naughty pictures into that damn app. Oh, and it was their wedding anniversary. Could it get any more distressing? I wonder what Chris and shit's life would have been like if he had received enough oxygen at birth. Text Shanann sent to Pinhead, bless her heart. She was in overdrive trying to save her marriage. The letter reads, my dearest Chris, I missed holding you. I miss smelling you in the sheets. Oh God, I can't finish reading this shit. I'll let y'all read it. But Dunderhead was lining up text to Jackass to tell him to go out with his sexy empanada and have sexual relations, both before and after dinner. But it turns out he was all giving and shit, and Vart had claimed he would be back. Oh hell, just let me read from Discovery. I'm tired of thinking up shit to say. Yeah, I know I'm taking forever with this book. In addition to being a procrastinator, I'm just slow as molasses. Not to be confused with Chris and shit slow. I move slow. He is just a dumb box of rocks slow. He's a crybaby, lowlife, boorish swine, coarse, brain-dead skunk, rude shit for brains, troll-faced, bearish prick, savage piece of chick, swamp, armpit, pube, snot-nosed brat, and shit, leech, rough mama's boy, discourteous, fuck trumpet, booger eater, knuckle dragger, shit stick, numbskull, rattlesnake, regurgitated porcupine, wildebeest, pendeco, turd tapper, wacko, asshammer, psycho, animal turd, smell fungus, half-wet, bitch, douche, waste of a human being, constipated, crackpot, cupcake face, knobhead, shit-stained, dick breath, white wobble, twerp, ass licker, shit sniffers, zit face, echo brain, canyon, uncivil, impolite, cock-nose, shitbag, buzzsaw, dummy, egghead, dead skunk, kick a rock, go to blazes, poo-poo-head, doorknob, eat shit and die. Enough that it could wait until Monday to be fixed. I would think any leak would need to have immediate attention, but that's just me. Wow, isn't that convenient? How many of you think, well, does any of this seem, oh, I don't know, suspicious? Dubious? This seems kinda a bit iffy to me. This has just always struck me as odd. This whole meeting up and the phone call at just the right time, yada yada yada. Ronnie asked Chris if he could FaceTime with the girls. Chris told him hell no. He's afraid Bella would tell on him. Papa Ronnie agreed and said he didn't want any more drama. Drama? Was Shanann one to cause drama out of nothing? I checked Discovery and Papa Ronnie suggested that Shanann would, quote, have a fit. Well, even if she did have a, quote, fit, it is caused by an act of stupidity or neglect. It makes one have a spontaneous outburst of anger out of sheer frustration. People that are stupid do not understand things, they don't learn from past experiences, and generally just don't use their fucking brain. These kind of people might cause one to, quote, have a fit, as Papa Ronnie said so eloquently. You too can look this up on Discovery page. Asshat texted his girlfriend, quote, hope you had a great night, beautiful. Miss you. Get home safe. Sweet dreams, my sexy empanada. Ugh. Gross. Where did he hear that shit from? You know what, Chris? If you were no longer happy with your married and family life, you could have just fucked off. Boom, problem solved. The next day, Shanann texted Dum Dum bright and early. She told Asshammer about the intense thunderstorms the previous night. That evening, Chris and Chit got ready for his hot and heavy date and ordered pizza for the girls. Yeah, everyone, let's carry on as though we aren't about to run out of money. Fuckface gave her the baby monitor before leaving. He lied and said he would be back at 10, but we all know he was late. He and Nikki had to go back to her place and get in one more round of sexual aerobics to end their perfect evening. Cece had 3 slices of pizza. Did it seem to anyone else that these girls were always really hungry? Kinda like me with my order in hibachi and M&M's overindulgence fest last weekend. What the fuck, is Nikki dead from the neck up too? That makes no freaking sense. But none of this shit does. And like her stupid boyfriend, this was like a fairly typical thought process for them. For Craigie, and healthy lifestyle, exercise and clean eating. Well, yes, I do know he was very focused on getting his unfeeling heart rate up each time he was with his sexy empanada. They had their own workout routine. After dinner, they went back to her place for round 2. He was rushing home when Shanann called him. Ruh-roh. Shanann wanted to know what the fuck he ordered at Lazy Dog that cost $62 goddamn dollars. Shanann went into detective mode after she hung up on him. After they ended the call. Miss Lena's asshat got home late, drove past Mary's patiently waiting mother. Meanwhile, back at the love pad, the sexy empanada was blowing up her search engine, probing deep into the interwebs for Chris Watts, Shanann Watts, Paparazzi Watts, and 2825 Saratoga Trail. Well, isn't that peculiar? What the hell was behind all of this investigative work she was doing? The one that baffles me the most is Paparazzi. I do know that it is said she called him on the Tuesday and told him to get his ass out to Colorado and save Dunderhead from himself, but we all know that mission was a failure. It seems like the inability to perform a normal function is a family trait. To those who are not crazy and homicidal, to her dumbass husband while in Aspen with Pinhead. Damn, she was serious about fixing her marriage, poor thing. That piece of lily-livered chicken shit did not deserve her at all. Everyone needed Stupid Head to stop being an ass. Other time her brother came for a while. He called himself the butler. It was a regular revolving door around there to make sure it was still okay for them to barge in. And CW said it was cool. When Josh asked him about the Rockies game, Chris and shit said it was epic. A man of many words, descriptive ones too. It was cool and epic. I'm jealous of his expressive turn of phrase. He was a people pleaser. I agree, but that shit came to a screeching halt. You know what? It was all about sex. The damn preoccupied lovebirds couldn't even have a damn meal without the act of sexual intercourse. Is Miss Lena gonna address the honeymoon phase? Say that he wasn't a scaredy cat and approached Shanann, said, "Look, I'm having an affair. I want a divorce. That's final." Yeah, right. But yeah, is Miss Lena gonna address the honeymoon phase? Time when your partner is still perfect and you feel like you're walking on clouds and you illogically think that your relationship will always be like this. We are different. Rainbows and butterflies and flying unicorns. It's similar to an acid trip. Of course, 𝓚𝓲𝓪𝓷𝓭𝓵, a new name, it's another one of my witty and clever words that I've created, combining Chris, Nikki, and sexy empanada. But 𝓚𝓲𝓪𝓷𝓭𝓵 are dazed and zoned out on a normal basis. But this is more intense, like I said, like an acid trip. So much so that it's dangerous, and it was. Look what happened. Then, boom, it was over. Now Chris and shit's only chance of getting laid is to crawl up that chicken's butt and wait. I wonder what coming down from honeymoon high was like. I'm thinking it was painful as hell. Good. Shanann was frantically trying to figure out what was up his ass. I'm thinking it was that chicken trying to get laid. Shanann was frantically trying to figure out what was up his ass, or in his head, or making him out of his head. So, Can you not see how she was just racking her brain and she would think that she came up with something? Well, this must be it, and then it wasn't it. And he fucking wouldn't tell her because he's a scaredy cat. It's heart-wrenching to watch this. And talk about head games. Shanann was left scrambling, trying to find that magical thing that was going to make her husband all right again, but there was nothing she could do. Her soul was being crushed slowly, and he was holding the reins, and he gave zero fucks. He no longer cared about anything or anyone except for Nikki, and perhaps his dad, Papa Ronnie, just a little bit. I'm convinced Papa Ronnie knew about Nikki. I just think he did not understand the magnitude of his son altogether not giving a shit anymore. Please don't confuse not giving a shit with not giving a fuck. Not giving a fuck is more airy, and there's still a level of caring, even though there is scorn and disregard. Say, you don't give a fuck about your job, for example. It's a pain in the ass and you cry every day on your way to work. But on a small level, yes, you do care just a little bit. You don't want to be homeless or have the repo man come and get your car. Or say you're out with the girls, and you just don't give a fuck, and that means you're having fun and stuff. So do you see the subtleties? Do you see the difference? Do you see where, between not giving a shit and not giving a fuck? It's two totally different things. Anyway, sorry I got stuck on that little ditty, but I like to be helpful and shit when I can. And Shanann was like, what the fuck are you talking about? We planned this. Too late to pull out now, dingus. And yes, I mean that as a double entendre. It's the pregnancy. She couldn't get away from it. She wasn't allowed to. You can't run. Douchebag can, and he kinda did. He had the option of just walking away. Asshat, you should have just walked to China. You would have been there by now. Shit blows over, asshole. Look at you now, sitting in jail. Smooth move. Wait, you know what we should have told him? Hey, if you do walk to China, then you can start life over with a clean slate. It's a thing over there. Being the simpleton that he is, he would have done it, and he would have drowned in the Pacific Ocean, so on and so forth, and what have you. Stop, shut up, leave me the fuck alone. There's often a lot of crying and shit going on, and it makes your heart pound and your hand shake, or maybe that was just me. Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of a come to Jesus meeting. It's not fun. Asshat was failing to participate. I sometimes can be bitchy, and I have control issues. I told him he needed to find his balls and protect his family. Shanann was going full tilt to fix her marriage, even if it meant guessing at what the damn problem was. Her damn fool husband didn't give her the chance to put this into action. But he's too dumb to see his asinine plan of wiping the slate clean wasn't realistic. It wouldn't work. It wasn't reasonable, not achievable, not feasible. The shit won't work, dumbass. In that same book she bought for Slaphead that he threw in the trash, she wasn't going to let her marriage end without knowing she did all she could do. That was just her personality. She had been through struggles before, and she was strong. Strong people are sometimes bad-mouthed because they can intimidate sissies like Chris and shit. Why, I'm willing to bet that many of the people that I've blocked on my channel just for a small part of their personality slithered out of them when they came to my channel in a bad mood and acted like an ass. They probably are very decent, hard-working people with some really cool skills, like maybe they can draw Mickey Mouse, or they make some good-tasting empanadas for them. I went off. No, I exploded and blew the fuck up on a Walmart cashier one day. She came back at me and it got ugly. People behind me were leaving the line and each had had a shitty day. And then I looked up and I said, look, I'm sorry. And she almost fell into my arms. Oh goodness. There I go talking about my personal life when I'm supposed to be reviewing chapter 15 of My Daddy is a Goddamn Blithering Idiot Zero. But listen to Miss Lena here doing her stuff. That's some deep shit. Yeah. I mean, so which is it, Miss Lena? How are you supposed to know he doesn't have any fucking emotions? He looks like a regular human being. Little weird, but I mean, fuck, I agreed to spend 5 weeks with both parents. That's hell for me. Miss Lena says there was no frickin' way Shanann could have predicted what this son of a bitch was capable of doing. Geez, even Shanann's brother Frankie said he was a bit much, with inhuman-like behavior, like a Stepford wife. She didn't say the shit about the Stepford wife. That tells me that his spidey senses kicked in. Hear the warning, and it gets you unaware, boom, like that, while you're sleeping. All I can say, get a weather radio, figuratively and literally. I think something in his childhood home life fucked him, but the only person I blame is fuckface pinhead Christopher 𝓴𝓲𝓷𝓭𝓵 and his girlfriend Nikolai, who got into his small little pea brain and then he had no more room to think, and then rocked his world sexually and woke up some damn beast within. Excuse me, let me continue with the book. I was distracted. Did I say any of that stuff out loud? Nikolai, he's having a mental health crisis, and I'm serious about being fucked up in the head. Something's wrong with him. Do they still have insane asylums? He would have been a good candidate for a lobotomy. Prison shit kept talking about his head. Remember when I said off with his head because he didn't know where it was and what to do with it and where, just it was empty. He didn't have anything in it. I mean, he didn't know what was in his head over and over and over and fucking over. But we all know that if his brain was TNT, it wouldn't even blow his goddamn hat off. The message read, "Can you please tell me something? Because just like you, I'm in my head, and this is making me crazy. This place that I'm in my head, is not a good place, so that I'm not going crazy in my head to figure it out." Why is she talking about her fucking head now? God damn it, it's fucking contagious, isn't it? Is it sexually transmitted? She asked her bastard husband, does anyone know if those were actually as though they were going? Does anybody know? Did the police or detective or people searching the house check? Did they take them when they searched the house? My head tells me he head. Why did I say head? I've been hanging out with Chris 𝓴𝓲𝓷𝓭𝓵 way too much. Now I'm talking about my head. Shanann's talking about her head. It's contagious. He, of course, didn't bother. Well, he knew what he was gonna do. Then I wouldn't even have expected my husband to know how to do X. Not without explaining it in painful detail. Chris and shit often watched other people's children, too. It wasn't just Shanann he ran around after. See, up until he flipped his lid and do tasks himself rather than ask his subordinates. Just keep the peace, do it, and don't talk. So yeah, no one thought he was capable of some shit like this. Shanann asked Blockhead for me, and has anyone else noticed really grainy and bad quality? He was probably afraid to ask for a new phone. Was it still a flip phone that he had? And told Chris that if he was available, she would love to talk to him. He never called or returned her message. Well, imagine that. What a fucking asshole. And a scaredy cat, fraidy cat, crybaby. So he's one of those people that flips out when someone says they want to talk. I stopped wording it that way with my husband because the terror in his eyes and the distress on his face was just so disheartening to me. I couldn't do that to him. Back to the book. Jack Wagon got the girls ready. Chris was, quote, acting normal. He was texting his girlfriend Nikolai. And just to be clear, Nikolai is Nikki and E. coli together from the whole empanada fiasco. Ew. I mean, Nicky, during this time, he was just so blasé about it. There were water balloons and lots of water fun, and they were soaked to the gills, and of course Jack Wagon forgot he was supposed to dress them in bathing suits under their clothing. He had been preoccupied as of late. Nikki, then he started telling her that all the stuff he had eaten that day. When they weren't sexting or having intercourse, they talked about his food intake. He bragged that he was a good boy and avoided the hot dogs and instead had fruit and veggies. They are both so fucking full of themselves. It's nasty and obnoxious. I'm sure Nikolai has an empanada he can eat for dessert, and Chris pretended to be a concerned dad, and I hate him. He pretended to be a happy family man. Life is good, baby on the way. Here I am with the girls at the kid's birthday party. I ate my fruits and vegetables. Yeah, I would love it if it was a boy. Shit like that. Insincere shit. And what do we call this? That's right. Talking shit, otherwise known as diarrhea of the mouth, which can be very contagious, so be careful. A rare weekend text from Chris and shit, and he looked up to his work friend Chris Watts and Asshat. Asshat said, yep, to see if it's leaking. And I'm just wondering, so more often than not, and on a usual day, office to see Nicky, I mean to begin his work day. And since he was Cody's work idol, he was the perfect person to text and mastermind, in his mind, a ruse. He has a IIQ, remember. He's a smart one. Does anyone else think perhaps Asshat? I don't know. Just a thought. Shanann made a Facebook post that said, felt the baby move twice this weekend. Oh, I didn't know that. That was sweet. Bless little Nico. And Shanann shared with her friends the $62 dubious credit charge for Jerkoff's date. So a discussion ensued. Now, I of course was not there, but I can just imagine how this conversation went. I'm pretty sure the consensus was that her husband was a deceptive, adulterous piece of flagrant, preposterous chicken shit. But Shanann continued to naively insist that he had no game. He didn't need game. Nicky was the aggressor in this romance and didn't seem to mind, at least at first, that he was married. Shanann let her friends know that she was gonna basically, if given the chance, Shanann would talk while Bonehead would sit in stony silence. Shanann wanted to get back home to see if her schmuck of a husband had read the letter and responded to it. Chris and shit fed his daughters cold pizza and candy for dinner. They had Papa John's pizza for dinner on Saturday night for dinner. They had cold pizza for lunch on Sunday before the birthday party. Cold pizza for dinner Sunday night. Asshat, I think, said in the interview room at the police station that he had eaten cold pizza on Tuesday, I think it was, before he came there. Or maybe it was Monday night. How much fucking pizza did he order? I thought he was eating clean. And was that empanada washed up? You know what I'm saying. Fuckface said in Discovery, wow, you knew those things and you killed them anyway, all four of them, you asshole. And again, Cheryl and Cato's continuing confusion, careless choice cock and bull chronicled, callous Cato copycat cribbed, counterfeit corruption clad, confessions cloned clusterfuck book. But in referencing the letters from Christopher book, before knowing it had been plagiarized, yes, Cato's clusterfuck was called into question by none other than me, humble me, Kimberly. And then I had meltdowns upon meltdowns, panic attacks, a flipping horrible panic attack, days long. See what happens to me? And she's not allowed to listen to my channel because of my filthy mouth. We're simple. We like simple. Damn it, I keep getting sidetracked. So this cluster is quoted again, and this book had gone to print before I caught the copycat. So in all fairness, Miss Lena didn't know it was a piece of shit. So, quote, Chris told Cato in a letter, who wants to trust a murderer anyway? I know I don't. Miss Lena tells us Shanann was trying to have a normal, run-of-the-mill conversation. I thought Pinhead was mute, like his father, inarticulate, voiceless, closed-mouthed, dumb. Sorry I bothered your sorry ass. I mean, sorry. For God's sake, he anguished and tormented her until the very end, freaking incessantly. What the hell happened to him during his formative years? And then there was a whole lot of shit in between, and we will never know. I'm not blaming him. I'm here to say no, he didn't. I don't think he did. We don't, of course, know what happened. Something horrible to say to someone and don't know how to say it, and you're scared. This is what I do. I just blurt it out. Make it short and sweet. One simple sentence. There, it's over with. You've now told the person. And if you don't know what else to say, it's fine. The person you've just informed of the really bad news will have follow-up questions. For example, you can say, I've wrecked the car, or I've overdrawn the bank account. Or you can say, I'm sorry to tell you, but so-and-so just died. Stop with starting off with an explanation right off the bat. It makes no damn sense to the person, and they'll just start to get pissed because they're confused and they don't know what the hell's coming. So when you finally get around to it, now they're going to get pissed again. Therefore, you have pissed on top of pissed. Just piss them off. Just blurt the shit out. When you use the blurt it out in one sentence method, they're shocked. The silence will hang in the balance while they think for a moment. You can take a deep breath while they process. Just keep your fucking mouth shut. And sometimes they aren't as mad as you thought. So just wait, see what happens. 'Cause, yeah, they might not be as mad as you thought they would be. And after a while of doing this, they start to trust you. They'll think, wow, they're going to tell me the truth. They're going to think, this person doesn't lie to me. You sound like a truthful person. Less drama. And you can quit carrying around guilt then. Suddenly you guys are talking about difficult things. Only it's not so arduous anymore. Children, this is called communicating. Fucktard could have said, for example, quote, I'm having an affair and I want a divorce, end quote. And then just wait. Wait for Shanann to come up and start slapping him on top of the head, or maybe she'd be like, good, I want divorce too. But yeah, he could have said, I'm having an affair and I want a divorce, and then he could have gone on one of his runs, immediately and without delay. By the time Shanann loaded the kids into the car and ran him down, she may reconsider doing physical harm to him. She may just yell out the window when she drives up along him. She might say something to the effect, you know what, asshole, piss off. And then your shit'll be on the front porch when you get back from running, and then you could go stay with Nikki. She would have most likely had a warm empanada waiting for you to, lessen the blow. See how it all gets out in the open real quick? Why prolong things unnecessarily? It's like when my kids were younger. I'd be looking and looking for, and I would be like, God damn it, just fucking tell me if you broke it and threw it away, so I can be put out of my misery and stop looking for it. I've made grown men cry with just a look. It's not just my words. There she was, trying again. Yeah, it was just your average day with the Watts. Lord have mercy. And then she sent that text, the one talking about her head, because he had been talking so much about his head, and now it's a thing. And now I have a mind to go over your head and get inside your head, but it will always be in the back of your mind that it's all in your head. But you got the wrong idea. It's all your imagination. You only think this is all in your head, huh? And then Chris and Shit did one of his famous dickhead moves. Instead, he called Nicoli and talked for almost 2 hours. This is the infamous 111-minute disgraceful booty call phone call. You know, the one where they had phone sex. He was getting quite brazen, and in the last text while she was alive between the two of them, he lied. Imagine that. He lied then. He is a spineless, low-to-the-ground, zero elephant dung, deceitful, aloof, uncaring, mean, psycho-ass-licker, animal turd, jerk-off, booger-eater, sleazeball, you blithering idiot, turncoat, fiddle-fuck-sticks, backstabbing, bloody idiot, stupid, dumb-fibbing, cheat, phony, bastard, son of a bitch, dickhead, double-crossing, stoop, bull, fucking asshole, snake-in-the-grass, load of crap, you stoop bug, you stoop motherfucker, you stoop son of a bitch meanie, you stoop bastard, polygarbage, fucking idiot, trayer, stupid asshole, fucking brick villain, stoop bastard, rapping bullshitter, jerk, tough guy demon, stoop prick, dumb shit, stoop dick, cruel purse, deadhead. I wonder what would have happened to you if you ever told Shanann, nah, fuck that, you do it. You're just a shit pot of confusion. Go to hell, you stupid shit. Piss off, fuck away, get the fuck away.